I'm doing an attempt 3. So I'm kind of hoping you guys will join me on yet another video. If anyone's watching, anyone just pop back on the previous video and just let everyone know that it's cut me off again. So, and just to let everyone know there is an attempt 3. But yeah, I'm pissed off with YouTube now because that's twice in one night it's booted me off. Oh, you can't go on the other chart. Oh, it's alright. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping that Sahara has joined me again. But yeah, I can't believe that. YouTube have booted me off twice in one night. Can you believe it? Twice in one night. I've never had it this bad. YouTube, fucking sort your son out. Right, so I'm just going to quickly wrap it up for Sahara. There she is, my darling. So yeah, like I was saying, this relationship, like I was saying, it's like a vase that's broke. We could try and glue it back together, but it will never be the same. The cracks will still be there, and that is basically what's going to happen if you go back. The cracks are still going to be there. You know, the trust issues and the tread on eggshells kind of feeling, you know what I mean? That's still going to be there, and that's the problem. So basically, it's throwing you an incentive to say, if we can start communicating with someone else that's coming in, you know, and let this be your incentive for getting over this guy. And I don't want to bitch about this guy too much, because if I'm perfectly honest, I don't think this guy can control the way he is. I really don't. I'm just going to quickly throw you a romance angel. Yeah, I'll see you having chemistry with someone else. So it's definitely an incentive right there. Definite incentive right there, my darling. So it's up to you what you do, but I've given it my best shot. So I hope you got what you needed from that. Right then, so who's next? I think I've got time for a couple more, so pop up you lot. And like I say to anyone, you know, I can squeeze a few in, I just can't get through everyone. Oh, I'm pleased, Sahara. God. So who's next? Let me see. Okay. Eliza, can you let me know your sun sign, please? Hi. Yeah, just let me know your sun sign, darling, and if you have a question or you want me to roll it. Yeah, Pisces, okay. Just let me know any questions or if you want me to roll it. Hello, Martha. Right, Eliza, Pisces, female. Eliza, do you have a question or do you just want me to roll with it? Just let me know. Hey, most of you joining me back on it. Oh, roll with it, okay. I've got it. Right, Eliza Pisces, female. What you got for this lady? I like to roll on it. It's a testing character and a testing skills, let me tell you. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, it's second time YouTube's kicked me off of a live feed and I've had to reset it up. Because most of the time I can just click to go back on and it'll say resume. And twice it's come up like saying finished and began processing. And I'm like, what the utter fuck is going on here? Never had this before. Not this bad anyway. Not twice in one night. Maybe once in a night, but never had to do an attempt 3. Right, let me see. Eliza. Pisces female. Let's see what you got then. Ah, Eliza. You've got an interesting reading here. Huh. Now, yeah, you really have. I've had to clarify all your future cards. So that's where we've done that. And that's happening. Right, Eliza, you're more than likely. I don't know. Let me start. Right, Eliza, can I just clarify one thing with you? Because first and foremost, I'm wondering if you've been married and got divorced, or if we've come out of a long-term commitment. That's the first question I need to know. Because that's going to change the way that I pull this out. And you'll see why in a minute. But yeah, I'm looking at like long-term commitment kind of stuff, or even divorce or separation of some sort. I've got this here, Free Yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And then here I've got like, how can I put this? Got the full reverse, so we're not taking any chances. We're going it alone, not looking back, comfortable on our own turf. We've had to deal with a sneaky piece of shit, a sneaky bastard kind of thing. Broke up with boyfriend a year ago, never married, but just recently met someone who is. Right, now that makes sense. Okay. And I've got here the Empress, so I'm kind of wondering if there's there is definite issue to do with the pregnancy. I'm a little bit concerned here, because I was more leaning to say another woman's pregnant. I'm wondering if it's the married bloke's wife that's pregnant. Or are you? Or are you gonna be? I'm a little bit concerned. Like I say, there's a lot of branches off with this reading. And I'm a little bit like, this lady needs a little bit more time. I've got a secret coming out that someone's not emotionally feeling it here, okay? Now, you are the Pisces female, and I do have the Queen of Cups. However, I'm wondering if this new bloke is water sign. Queens in the reverse can sometimes be men. You're not pregnant, but you want a child. I'm a little bit concerned that his wife is. Or is gonna be. He's an Aquarius. He's the water bearer. I think what this is about, it's almost like, how can I put this? You jumped out the frying pan when you and your ex-boyfriend split a year ago, but you've gone and jumped into the fire. Out the frying pan, into the fire. This guy will not give you any form of commitment. He won't. And I can say that with confidence. Because I've got here the secret coming out, someone's emotionally detached. And I've also got the Hierophant reversed with the Devil reversed. This is a need to break out of this toxic situation because there is no commitment. And there is unlikely to be any commitment, unfortunately. And this is one of them situations where I would rather... He confessed he's an alcoholic. Bloody hell. So it's like you need to break away from his fucking addiction. Listen, you literally have jumped out the frying pan into the fry. I mean, your ex-boyfriend was a sneaky piece of shit, but then you've pretty much gone to one anyway, and it's begging the question now, is your perception of yourself a little bit out of whack? Because you do deserve better than this, but for some reason... You were willing to stick this out in the hope that he'd leave his wife and you guys would end up together, and it's just not going to happen. And even if it did, I still don't see this being a good situation. Simple fact, your overall advice is the Devil reversed to break away from a toxic situation. You know what I mean? And that's there for a reason. Now, what you're not seeing at the minute is by breaking away from the toxic situation because of this lack of commitment, what you're not seeing, Eliza, the moon, what's hidden under the surface, what we can't see at the moment because it's too dark and dreary, is the Tower reversed. You're avoiding a disaster. And you need to avoid a disaster because we've got this. And this is your incentive, the Ace of Cups. I like the way the tarot works and the way these spreads come out because they tell a storyline. Not just about what you're going through, but about what you could be going through. Should we veer off of this self-destructive path when it comes to relationships? Now, I've got no doubt you are a wonderful person with a beautiful soul. But your self-esteem and your confidence is so far off, it's scary. Hence why we're picking up riffraff. And that's the problem. And it's like what Marcus is saying. I've got no doubt your own intuition's been screaming this at you anyway. And again, you know, this will come to pass. This can go two ways. If you choose to stay stuck in this situation, it's very, very simple. If you're being told by leaving it, you're going to avoid a disaster, that's telling me that if you stay stuck in it, you're going to head for a disaster. And it's saying, if you can avoid the disaster, we'll open up the floodgates and send you someone worth it. Spirit and Destiny will lighten the load a little bit and cut you a bit of slack and send you someone half decent. Or put you in a position, Destiny and Fate-wise, that's going to give you someone half decent. Now, that's where this nightmare can finish, really. That's where we can start getting what we deserve with the Six of Pentacles. That's where we can start getting to know someone new. But we cannot do this, Eliza, until we do this. To free ourselves. This is all about taking responsibility for your actions as well as anyone else's, because you've effectively put yourself in the situation knowing he's married, knowing he's not single, knowing he's not a decent guy. You know, listening to him butter you up in a manner of speaking is effectively grooming you, which is not how you should be treated. I've got no doubt whatsoever that you can't open up to the right one emotionally. Yeah. I think that you do deserve someone who is going to be there for you, who is going to treat you properly, who literally is going to give you what you deserve. Because you don't deserve any of this shit at the minute. And that's the problem. When we start going feeling down and depressed and you know, when we get rejected and things like that, as opposed to fixing ourselves, we start thinking that other people can fix us. Hence, we start listening to charmers and guys with the gifted the gab. And this is for women, men and women as well, you know. People with gifted the gab that tell us what we want to hear. These guys and these kind of women have got that fucking radar system installed in them. Hell, I could do it. I could go into town and spot a guy who's just left his missus and he's absolutely, or his missus has left him or cheated on him. He's vulnerable, he's heartbroken, he's lacking in self-esteem. I'm thinking, yeah, I could play that one. I could play that. There are people out there that are that nasty that they would do that, okay? And it's only to get what they want from someone. It's usually to get their end away, or it's just to have a bit of fun, no doubt, from someone relatively easy who they don't have to commit to, who's gonna, you know what I mean, buy what they're saying. The simple fact that you've gone with someone like this tells me that your self-esteem's a bit low. So this is what needs to be worked on. This is where we need to get that empowerment back, you know what I mean? And listen, we're entering into the period of Scorpio. Powerful, powerful month ahead. Trust me. That you should utilise this energy, Eliza. It's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. This is where you put your foot down and you say, you know what? I don't deserve this. I do deserve more than this. And this way you start to say, you know what? You're out of my fucking league. You don't deserve me. We can only do this, as Clive rightly says, by taking that time out. By backing off a little bit so that we can reevaluate ourselves. Yeah, lost your dad 2 years ago, so maybe, yeah. I would like to see you take just a couple of months out. Just away from dating, away from, how can I put it, putting yourself out there. Because I feel like when you put yourself out there at this point in time, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Self-sabotaging, if you like. If you take that time out, reevaluate what you want in someone. Because when you know what you want from someone, you know then what you're prepared to not accept as well. You know what I mean? As opposed to rushing just to seek that comfort. Because let's face facts, it will be a false comfort. It will be a rebound thing. From someone that's got no intention of carrying it on. They're just going to tell you what you want to hear for one night. And then just keep you on a tight leash. For when they can use you again. You know what I mean? They're the kind of people that are out of... that you are out of their league. You just don't see it yet. Seriously, take some time out. And I promise you now, once you've took that time out and reevaluated yourself in what you are prepared to accept, what you're not prepared to accept, when you know a bit better what you want from someone, or what you're prepared to put up with from someone, think morals and values and things like that. Once you know that, you'll start bringing in better prospects. And that's where this Ace of Cups moment sort of comes in. It's the initial feeling of falling in love with someone. But this time around, it's going to give you what you deserve. We can only do that through getting to know someone well and truly to make sure, for one, they're not married. For two, they're not hung up on anyone else. 3, they're not fucking anyone else. And 4, they're not going to mess you about. And you can only figure this out by fully getting to know them and not rushing into anything. So, you know, this is your incentive right there, Eliza, which I'm pleased to see, you know, that you're in agreement. Like I say, this tower does concern me a little bit. Just for the simple fact that it's saying what's hidden is you're avoiding a disaster, but it tells me that that's if you leave, if you break away. If you don't break away, not only are you still stuck in a toxic situation, but you'll be hitting a disaster. So, you know what I mean? I think it's safe to say that that's exactly what Spirit's trying to say here. So yeah, give yourself a breather. Because I've got no doubt you're still heartbroken over your ex. And it took you a hell of a lot to leave him. Or to let him go. Hence why, I think while your self-esteem were at its lowest, you let this other guy worm his way in. And I think that's where we went wrong really. You didn't give your son enough time. So, yeah, first one a year ago. So yeah, I've got no doubt you'll be absolutely fine, my sweetheart. You have got someone coming in. But you do need to get out of this situation first in order to let someone decent in. So, anyway, I will leave it there for you, my sweetheart. Right, you guys, I've got time for one more. So, pop up and let's see who it is. You're very welcome, darling. Right, let me see. Who's next? Yeah, Smith. Sorry, let me just go scroll back down. Smith. Taurus son, going through a divorce, heartbroken, big moves. Bless you. Yeah, Smith, I'm gonna read for you, sweetheart. Right. What was the, sorry, let me just get your sun sign. Your Taurus sun, that right? Yeah. Right, Taurus lady going through divorce. Can we have a look at this situation? Give this lady some peace of mind. That's really, you know, because you're going through the divorce, I just sort of want to give you some peace of mind, really. More than anything. Just to sort of figure out what your next move is, really. Right, Taurus female. Oh, bless you. Right, Smith, Taurus female, going through divorce. Let me see. Okay. I'm not going to lie, I do think you probably should move. Because I think that's what you want to do deep down. I can see in a roundabout way a few issues in your marriage. Which I can see why we're upset now. It's not going into great detail about the past, but obviously I like to look at the past. Sorry, I'm back. I'm here. Yeah, I'm back. It does crash from time to time. I'm just like praying YouTube won't kick me off a live feed again. Worst case scenario is to do an attempt 4. So, like I was saying, Smith, I've got, like, I can see pretty much a few of your issues. I'm not entirely sure what one of these cards is about, but I'm pretty sure you'll understand it when I explain the card. But I'll do that in a minute. So for a start, I can see that someone just wasn't paying this marriage much attention. And I think it had hit stagnancy point. You know, like... when the Knight of Pentacles is in the right way up position, it's like very, very slow progress, but it's progress. When it's reversed, there's just nothing going on at all, and it's like the affection, the attention has just been drained because someone got fucking idle. And there's, you know, I think here with the Fool being in the reverse, this was the one that I weren't sure of. When the Fool's in the reverse, it's like not taking that leap of faith, not taking any more chances, not taking any more risks. And then, you know, like with the Two of Wands being in the reverse, like this is your solid decision. This is your solid decision not to take any more chances with this marriage. It's run its course. We've had enough. Things haven't changed. We've been having these issues for a long time. And every time, it's almost like I get that sense where, you know, you talk about it, you say, yeah, it's going to change. We're going to sort this out. We're going to sort that out. But then you're back to square one again. Again, Knight of Pentacles reversed. No movement, no change. No progress. Someone just keeps reverting back to old ways. Yeah. I mean, I don't see, like, any other issues than that. I don't see any cheating. I do see some money difficulties in the past, but I don't think this is the reason for the divorce. I think the reason for the divorce is just a simple fact that you're not a couple. I mean, like you say, you know, best friends, but you're not actually a couple. You don't act like a couple anymore. That attention and affection's just been zapped out of it because someone's got a bit idle. Someone just doesn't want to do it anymore. It's a rebound that you've hung on to for almost 10 years. Yeah. I just think it's run its course and it's like there's no... I think there's a bit of resentment over the fact that... I think it's more the affection. Because I think in the beginning, like for the first few years, the affection side of things was lovely. I think that's what kept you guys going. Hence why it's come to a stop, because that's gone. Yeah. I do see you having a second chance to honestly find a way to move on amicably. Because I've got here the Judgment with the Ace of Swords. Now, don't mistake this. This is not a second chance at the marriage or a second chance at the relationship. This is more a last chance to be honest with each other. And it's almost that bittersweet kind of energy where it's like, you know what? We've got a divorce, there's no two ways about it, but let's at least be honest about how we go forward. I agree with Marcus, don't burn bridges at this stage. Because I think you two do have a really good relationship with each other outside of a marriage, if I'm perfectly honest. I actually see you guys being quite good pals. Not the kind that's in each other's shoes, because the whole part of you getting divorced is to put that distance between you. But I do still see you staying in touch. Again, swords can indicate communication. Keeping the communication lines open. And I just feel like this is an opportunity that you don't want to miss. Four of Cups is reversed. This is an opportunity you don't want to miss. And I feel like if we keep going over and over the old ground of what's wrong with the marriage as opposed to what can be salvaged from it, then that's where you're going to hit a brick wall here. That's where a divorce, an otherwise amicable divorce could end up being messy. I think with a bit of honest communication and, yeah, bittersweet, like I say, and not missing an opportunity to keep this amicable is the most important key here. Now, I am going to suggest that maybe you do move state. I don't think this would be the worst thing for you. Because the Chariot's here, and the Chariot does indicate moving and deciding between what's right and wrong for you. And then here I've got the Lovers, and we're deciding, you're choosing between a heart and a head. You know, your heart wants you to stay nearby your husband, even as a friend, but your head's basically saying, hang about, maybe we're better off elsewhere with a fresh start. And this Chariot is that blessing, if you like, to say, listen, if this is what you want to do, we're shining light on it, you know, but the choice is down to you. They're just sort of suggesting that you take a bit more time out to decide before you make a snap decision. Make sure all your plans are in place. The Hermit is all about putting your goals in front of you and carefully thinking and planning out how we can reach those goals. So if we're looking at moving and things like that, this is about, okay, let's deal with this marriage first. Let's not make any hasty decisions. Let's let the dust settle with this first. Let's try and keep a good communication lines going so the divorce goes as smoothly as possible and as amicable as possible, so that, like Marcus rightly said, we don't end up burning bridges. And then we start thinking long term, where would I be better off? How can I reach these goals? You know, it's all about planning. Yeah. Thinking about this logically, yeah. It is, the Hermit is a very logical character, you know, and he is ruled by Virgo. And Virgo, one of their best character traits is to take a step back and think before they do. Think before they act, think before they speak. They're very sort of one step ahead of the game. And again, that's what the Hermit is being one step ahead of the game. He's thinking about his next move before he takes it, because he knows wherever he goes from here on, we don't want to fuck up, you know what I mean? That's where the careful planning comes into play. But we have to take a step back and go into that Hermit-like mode to figure this out without anyone else influencing us, you know what I mean? You've got some tough decisions to make, sweetheart, I've got no doubt. But despite what you do, which way you go, I mean, we've got blessing on travel here, okay? And moving. So your blessing's there should you do it, but there is no right or wrong way to go about this. You do what's right for you after thinking carefully. But at the same time, it doesn't matter where you go or what you do, we've still got this communication line open because we've not missed that opportunity. As heartbroken as we are, we're thinking, like you say, more logically as opposed to emotionally. That is what's going to get you going through this. That's what's going to keep you going through this. Unfortunately, yes, it does mean love is on a back burner. But that is not a bad thing, because you need to get your life back on track first before. I've got no doubt on this planet that you're not the type of person that's going to rush into anything else, which is good. Yeah. Yeah, it is a good thing, yeah. Because it's sort of, yeah. I mean, I've got here, I pulled some romance angel cards regardless. I've got here, pay attention to the red flags, the signs of caution in you. And I've got no doubt this is to do with this Hermit character and the Chariot, you know what I mean? This is about paying more attention to what you want to do and where you want to go before we actually go and do it. And then I've got this worth waiting for card, divine timings at work in your love life. So this is your little peace of mind right there to say, we don't need to worry about it right now, because everything that's happening now is happening for a reason. So yes, even though we're heartbroken, the marriage has got to end because it's ending for a reason. So there is someone still out there for you, and we can start getting excited about that once we've sort of got this out of the way first, you know what I mean? So it's best saying not to worry too much for now. Everything will happen in time, in good time, at the right time. So yeah, it seems like, and I'm also just going to point out, the Chariot is a good indication to say you're on the right path. Which I like. Again, it's bittersweet. So yeah, that's what I've got for you then, my darling. And I wish you all the best. All the best. So, that's it then from me tonight, you guys. What an interesting Monday Funday that has been. So yeah, it's been good. You're very welcome, Smith. Oh, you're all welcome. It's been eventful, as usual. Kicked off 3 times. Oh, well. Anyway, you lot, I have got another reading to do, a private reading to do in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to have to shoot pretty quickly. But I'm going to wish you all the best and hope you have a nice week. And I'm pulling out your mid-monthlies next week. So I'm going to take a few days off. I'm still doing private readings though. So should anyone want to come to me for a private reading, I'm sure Clive wouldn't mind popping my email address up for you to email. But yeah, I'm going to be going quiet on YouTube for the next week. So, but yeah, if any of you do want to get in touch, then there's the details. Clive's just put them up now. And I will, for those that are catching this a little bit later on, I'll post my email in the description. Linda's still got another week in Tenerife, you lucky thing, you. But yeah, oh God, I'd love to go to Tenerife for a month. So lucky. But yeah, like I say, you guys, I'll be going quiet on YouTube now for the week. So I'm going to do your mid-monthlies next week. Hopefully by next Monday. So we will see. But yeah, in the meantime, you guys, you take care and I will speak to you soon. Bye-bye.